Tatak Pinoy, loud and proud, brings you the special edition of its Community Bulletin every Friday. KKK, Karunungan at Kaalaman sa Kaunlaran. Here now is your host, Kabayan Rico.
It's once again time to grow. It's time to feed your mind with insights and lessons from our mentors today. Grow mentally so that we can also grow financially. If we feed your mind with positive thoughts and valuable insights from our mentors, you will be able to have a proper mindset that would lead you to the right direction in life. Of course, not failure, but success. And that is the reason why we created this weekly program to sharpen the soul. Magandang gabi mga kababayan. Nagbabalik na naman ang inyong lingkod, Kabayan Rico ng Tatak Pinoy, loud and proud sa ating 5th episode ng ating weekly segment na KKK, Karunungan at Kaalaman sa Kaunlaran. And as usual, meron tayong 4 na mentors who will share insights sa ating mga iba't ibang topic na naka-assign today. Una sa lahat, binabati ko po yung mga nanonood sa atin. Thank you for watching us live. And please share the video para maraming makakaalam, maraming matuto, at para ma-share natin ang information at lesson sa ating mga kababayan. So, kahit man saang panig tayo ng mundo, magandang gabi dito sa Dubai, magandang gabi sa Pilipinas, at umaga at tanghali sa ibang panig ng mundo. Welcome to episode 5 ng ating KKK. Ngayon, umpisahan na natin. I know your time is so precious and we don't want to waste your time today. Kaya I'd like to introduce our first mentor or speaker today sa ating KKK.
Our first speaker today happens to be a young entrepreneur, a financial and life coach, a Filipino winner who achieved financial freedom at a young age. To talk about how to make money in multi-level marketing, let's welcome Win Norwell Chua.
Ayan.
Wow.
Nakikita na natin. Guwapo. Magtitilihan na yung mga girls natin na nanonood ngayon. Bumati ka muna, Win.
Hello sa lahat. First of all, maraming salamat, Sir Rico, for inviting me at Pinoy all over the world, globally, para sa lahat nanonood sa atin. And especially, I want to pabatiin ko lahat ng front row, lahat dyan na nakikinig. And syempre, for my mentor, Sir Harvey De La Cruz, for my team, Unbounded. Team winners, hello, welcome po. Nandito tayo ngayon sa Tatak Pinoy with Sir Rico.
Yeah. Ayan. Oras na para we will transform the minds of those who are still dwelling in their comfort zone, di ba? Yung mga walang burning desire dyan. Dapat istingin na natin para, we can achieve the main reason why we are here working in a foreign country, di ba? Baon natin yung mga pangarap, pero walang mangyayari kung sahod lang talaga. Kaya ito na yung pagkakataon natin. Listen close at saka pay attention to what Win will say. Kasi ito, milyonaryo eh. Kaya dapat makinig tayo sa mga successful people. Oh. So, here we go. Win Norwell Chua. How to make money in multi-level marketing.
Wow. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the opportunity to share what we have here in front row. Una sa lahat, we all know na marami tayong pinagdadaanan ngayon sa panahon ngayon. Mga hindi natin in-expect, mga unexpected things to happen in our life. But don't worry, because we're here to help each everyone and guide you throughout life. So what is, sa akin naman yung part ko na I really like to share to each everyone here right now is yung opportunity na pwedeng makatulong sa ating lahat, current situation natin sa mga nangyayari. Normal naman, number one, lagi natin nagiging problema is pangit ang pakinggan pero kailangan natin pag-usapan. Number one is we have to talk about money. We have to talk about our finances. We have to talk about our belief and pananaw sa buhay. Kasi yan yung nag-a-affect sa buhay natin. Either you don't like to talk about money, you have to talk about it kasi yun yung solusyon eh. Yan kailangan eh para sa akin. Ay, Sir Rico, nawala yata tayo. Okay, so sa akin yun yung isa sa mga important things to understand na kailangan natin mapag-usapan yan, yung our future, our finances, ano yung mga kailangan natin gawin para mas mapaunlad ang ating buhay and makuha natin yung goals natin. So I believe each everyone have goals in life, each everyone have dreams, but the problem is because of current situation of the problem, we are the victim of the present situation. So yung mga nangyayari ngayon, lalo na ngayong pandemic, so a lot of people are unprepared sa mga nangyayari. So dito tayo talaga na challenge, dito talaga nalaman dito na pinaka-apektado talaga dito yung talagang sakto lang yung meron o kaya yung halos walang savings, talagang talaga tayo, doon talaga tayo makakain ng problema at sitwasyon. But here, we want to share something na una, may maraming opportunity outside. There's a lot of different kind of opportunity outside that you can do. Pero sa akin, I'm so happy because Front Row prepared me to something I never expected like this happen. So thankful po talaga ako kay Front Row kasi unang-una, it guided me through my life. It also helped me how to become a better person. At the same time, it gave freedom for me. Unang-una sa lahat, matagal na po walang trabaho. So ayan. So yun, kung makikilala ko ng marami, so I never been work since birth. So aga po ako natuto sa entrepreneurship. That's the one thing I like about. And then, syempre, sa akin, if you're interested to know more about Front Row, mas marami tayong mapag-uusapan dyan. Much better, we can contact me or let's talk about it. And if you have some friends or other colleagues that's also part of it, don't hesitate to ask about Front Row kasi we are willing to help and guide every people throughout naman din po. So sa akin, siguro, one thing for sure na pinaka-importante talaga sa tao, number one is kailangan meron tayong mentor. because this person can guide us throughout life, because ang mentor po, siya po yung sometimes mag-guide sa atin or mag-direct sa atin throughout our success. So if we will not guide each everyone here right now, yun lang po yung nagiging problem natin. So sa akin, mas gusto ko na pinaka-importante talaga, if you really want to achieve your financial success, kailangan meron kang mentor who's going to guide you, kasi napaka-importante yan. And other than that is, pinakamatindi siguro yung mga self-discipline natin sa sarili. Napaka-importante yun na ayusin natin yung sarili natin. Kasi ako sometimes, it's very funny, no? Kuya Rico, ang dami kasing tao na currently, we all know there's a situation currently happening right now sa atin, pero nasa comfort zone pa rin sila. They're still enjoying, they're still having fun. Doon lang minsan ako nasasad, kasi sabi ko sa sarili ko, why not become more responsible kesa mag-whine, kesa puro pag-usapang problema. Why not find other things na pwedeng makatulong sa sarili nila at the same time sa pagkamit ng kanilang pangarap. Kasi nandyan na yung problema, nandyan yung solution. So we have to tend to start believing ourselves and doing something. So find a good mentor that can help you grow. Start disciplining yourself. It's very important, because lack of discipline, talagang maraming nawawala, kasi nga wala nagbabantay Yun yung problema pag wala kang mentor, wala ka na rin disiplina, so you have to do what you want to do, and enjoy mo na lang yung buhay mo. So nawawala na yung focus kung ano ba talaga yung gusto, yung way. So sa akin yun. And then syempre, happy ako if you will find a very good mentor, because this person can also help you plan throughout the success. So let me napagplanuhan din, napaghandaan din, kasi ito yung isa sa mga favorito kong kwento, Sir Rico, about yung mga simpleng kwento lang natin, yung kwento ng langgam. Lagi ko kinikwento yan. Currently, sabi ko, pagising mo ng umaga, if you will find langgam, kung laki kang probinsya, makakita kang daming langgam dyan. Una, kalat-kalat sila, ano-ano pinagagawa nila. And then, you will find out after a while, makikita mo nakapila na sila. At the same time, mamaya, kapag sisundan mo yung pila nila, it's the connection of paghahanap nila ng pagkain. Makikita mo nandun yung pagkain. And then, pag susundan mo lahat sila, papunta doon sa bahay nila. So what they did is they always working 24/7 every day. Araw-araw makikita mo, nagtrabaho. At the same time, ang kwento ng langgam, bakit daw sila nag-iipon ng maraming pagkain? Kasi sabi nga daw nila, para pag dumating daw ang tag-ulan, dumating daw yung undas, meron daw sila kakain, di ba? So same it goes with us. Sana, I know lahat tayo, as a Filipino people, I'm proud to be Pinoy also. Sana lahat tayo, alam ko, hardworking naman tayo, masipag tayo, matyaga tayo. Kaya lang sometimes, somehow, may problema sa attitude natin, the way how we deal things, the way how we handle things, the way how we invest also. Yun ang isa na pinaka-importante. Kadalasan, lack of financial advisors na kailangan magtulong sa atin or magturo sa atin para magawa yung success na gusto natin. So sa akin, isa sa mga critical things talaga na mga kailangan talaga natin matutunan is to understand what is the life really about. So balikan natin yung sarili natin. Be like a kid, be like like before. Mangarap ka ulit, di ba? At the same time, have a purpose, have a goal. What is the really things that you really want in life? Because like me, even here, ito sa pwede natin basahin, di ba? Set goals high, di ba? And don't stop till you get there. So it's very simple na sabi ko nga, people most of the time, kaya sila naliligaw, kaya sila nawawala, hindi nila alam yung ginagawa nila. Kasi bakit? Wala silang goals. So the goals give you purpose. A lot of people, they don't know what is their purpose. Parang nabubuhay lang sila sa pang-araw-araw, everyday living, start at day at zero. So magigising ka, tatrabaho ka, papasok ka, paulit-ulit sa cycle. We call it the rat race. But right now, we have to set something for yourself. You have to set yourself with the goals. Alamin mo yung sarili mo, ano yung gusto mo. So, first of all, you have to do is write it down. Sulat mo yung mga bagay na gusto mo and find a good mentor, find a person that can help you to achieve those goals kasi napaka-importante yan. Kasi para malaman mo kung ano talaga yung pinakagusto mong gawin sa buhay natin. So, mabilis lang natin masabi na gusto ko nang magkaroon ng sariling bahay. Last time, I remember, Kuya Rico, naalala ko, a day ago, I have a friend. So, kausap ko siya and then sabi ko, what you really what is your goals in life? Tinanong ko siya. Sabi niya, simple lang naman ako, Sir Win. I want to have a financial stability. Each every one of us, I know we all want financial stability. Tama po ba? Kaya lang ang problema, if you ask people, how are you going to achieve financial stability? Di ba sabi mo, you want financial stability, but the question is, how are you going to achieve your financial stability? So you have to ask yourself, paano nga ba? How people get financial stability? So the first question is, what are the wealthy are doing? Ano ba ginagawa talaga ng mga taong financially stable? Ano ba meron sila? Ano ba ginagawa nila? Ano bang character nila? Ano ba yung pananaw nila? Ano ba yung mga achievement, not just achievement, or yung mga bagay na ano? Kasi naniniwala ako, wala naman tayong pinagkaiba sa successful saka sa mga nagkakaroon ng problema ngayon. It's just a matter of hindi lang natin nagagamit ang tama yung potentials natin. Diba? Yung skills natin na meron tayo. Kasi lahat naman tayo may oras. Lahat naman tayo marunong naman mag-isip. Lahat naman tayo may abilidad. I know that every people have skills. So wala akong dahilan para sabihin na there's a person who is successful and I cannot be successful. Maybe they're doing something that I don't do. So the first question is, what are they doing? Ano ba ginagawa nila? How they manage their time? How they maximize their skills? How they maximize their potentials? So ngayon, tanungin natin sa sarili natin. If you really want to achieve financial stability, the first question is, you have to know how to achieve financial stability. Ano ba yung mga kailangan natin gawin? If we're just relying on our job, on our work, or in our employer, does it mean na we can achieve our financial stability? So you ask yourself, you have to know how to ask yourself most of the time so that you will understand and be aware and accept the reality kung ano yung mga kailangan. Kasi ako nung una, sabi ko sa sarili ko, I have a lot of mentor. I tend to ask myself most of the time, sabi ko sa sarili ko, I want to have a good life. I want to have this. Simple lang naman ang gusto ko eh. Financial stability din, magkaroon ng sariling bahay, may sariling kotse, simple. Pero, all of those things affects what? Money. Sorry for the word. Kailangan mo ng pera para makuha mo yung ganung bagay. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, I'm going to achieve it. So in order for me to achieve something, kailangan ko i-categorize. Yung mga bagay natin kailangan alamin. Okay? So you have unlimited potential. We have unlimited of resources. Unlimited yan. Kasi bakit lahat ngayon? Online na lang. Diba? Google mo na lang, check mo na lang lahat. Even right now, I'm so proud kasi hindi na natin kailangan mag-meet and greet just to learn. Right now, thankful tayo sa Tatak Pinoy with Sir Rico because currently, he's doing this for free, helping a lot of Filipino people. Number one, good thing that Sir Rico is doing is helping a lot of people kasi nga, he wants to share this to a lot of people for free para matuto at matulungan. Kaya lang, ang problema, kung hindi mo tutulungan yung sarili mo, even though we do our part, tapos hindi mo naman gagawin yung part mo, wala lang din. So, unang-una, kaya nga sinabi na you have to have self-discipline din eh, kasi kailangan tulungan mo sarili mo, ayusin natin sarili natin para maayos natin yung buhay natin. So, doon ko yung tinitingnan yung mga bagay-bagay na yun. So, one thing for sure I love about what I'm doing right now is we love helping people. We love helping people. We love teaching people. I'm so proud to coach every people's life, how they're doing, ano ba yung sitwasyon nila, ano ba meron sila ngayon. Because I know every people potential because God bless us with always give us something incredible over life. That's why sabi ko sarili ko, if with knowledge, with it is for us to share it to other people. What is the knowledge that we have? What are the sa sarili kasi kuya, tulong pala, tulungan mo naman ako. Okay, tutulungan kita. Kailangan pagtulong is I will not edit. I will help yourself. Bakit? Kasi tulungan kita. Walang problema. Libre. You can feed yourself. Bakit? Sabi mo, Kuya Win, baka pwede naman matulungan na naman ulit. Sige, tulungan kita for the second day. After that, the third day, yun na naman mangyayari ulit. So, it's not helping. Okay? It's not helping people. If you want to help people, number one, you have to do is to educate them. Teach them how to fish. Tuturuan kitang lumangoy, tuturuan kitang mangusda, tuturuan kitang magpalaot para pag natuto ka, you can feed yourself and your family for the rest of your life. na hindi mo na kailangan maging dependent sa ibang tao para mabuhay. A lot of people are asking me, Will, wala kang trabaho, pero paano ka nabubuhay? Because I'm not dependent to someone. I'm not dependent to anyone. I'm dependent to myself. So, ibig sabihin, pag tatamad-tamad ako, wala akong kikitain. Pag wala akong gagawin, walang mangyayari sa buhay ko. Pag wala akong goal, wala akong plan sa isang araw, anong gagawin ko? Sabi ko, I'm just wasting myself for nothing. Diba? And God gave me chance every day because every day, tomorrow is another day, another chance. So, yun yung sabi ko lagi sa sarili ko na sobrang sarap mabuhay. Pag na-realize mo gano'ng kasarap mabuhay, pag na-realize mo gano'ng kaganda yung buhay na binigay sa atin ng Panginoon, sobrang sarap yan. So, number one, I'm thankful because I have a mentor who guided me, helped me in this kind of business, who I am today. And syempre, thankful po ako sa family ko, sa mom ko, sa mga brothers and sisters ko, because without these people, they are my influence. They are my biggest part of my life. At the same time, my front row family, it's not only a business for us, it's a family na sobrang thankful kami, sobrang ganda na binigay sa amin. And other that thing is, if you really want to be part of our family also, we are here to help you and to guide you throughout your life, because I know every people have potentials, and I know God gave us something na hindi mo lang na-discover. That's why maybe we're here to help you. Diba? So, yun yung pinakamasarap. Yun yung pinakamaganda na purpose siguro na maintindihan natin ngayon. Sa panahon ngayon, dapat ang ginagawa natin na tutulungan tayo, tama, nagiging one tayo, rather than whining, rather than talking about problems, not talking about solution. So, sa akin yun yung isa pinakamaganda. So, let's go back to the topic that I want to share with you, the financial stability. Walang masama sa pagtatrabaho. Okay? Wag ka lang mag-rely lagi sa isa. So, you can find another source of income, especially right now, because front row adopt very, very fast. And we are in the online marketing business. We also have our e-commerce business. And that's the real thing today. That's the biggest thing today. Pag hindi ka kasi sumabay sa trend or hindi ka sumabay sa uso, mapag-iiwanan ka. The best thing about front row right now is hindi tayo masyadong affected. Tuloy, no? Tayo na lang affected kasi nga nakasabay kami sa trend. So ang sarap kasi yung in ngayon, ito na pala yung patok ngayon. Kaya kapag sinasabi ng tao, mahirap yan, walang mahirap. Ang mahirap nagsisimula yan sa pag-iisip. Okay, lahat madali, lahat kaya. Pag naniwala ka, kaya mo, kaya mo. Pag naniwala ka nga sa kanya, di ba? Ibig sabihin walang imposible. Like I said before, if you believe in Him, He given you unlimited potentials. Walang bagay na mahirap. Lahat madali. Mahirap lang siya sa isip kung hindi mo pa nasubukan at nagagawa. Try mong gawin. Try mo aralin. Try mo alamin. Walang mawawala. Yan na like ko sinasabi sa tao Mas maraming mawawala pag hindi mo inalam, hindi mo inaral, hindi mo sinubukan. So for people, I always tell you na try it. Wala namang mawawala Try mo lang. Alamin mo lang isang bagay. 'Di ba? Kasi pag inaral mo, inalam mo, you give your best, you have the knowledge, I know, walang bagay na imposible na hindi mo kaya ma-achieve at magawa. So, I believe that every one of us is blessed. Okay? So, kaya wag kang papayag na hindi mo kayang gawin yan. Kaya mo yan. Kasi sometimes, sarili mo lang din yung iniisip na hindi Kasi bakit? Kasi pumasok tayo doon sa sitwasyon natin ngayon. Nakikita mo yung problema kasi ngayon. Ito yung problema. Parang sabi ko nga, di ba? So, kung ngayon nakikita nyo ako, kapag ito yung problema, yan. Nakikita nyo pa ba ako? Hindi nyo na ako nakikita kasi ang nasa harapan natin is what? Yung problema yung nangyayari. Okay? Pero tingin ka ulit. Di ba? May pogi. Hindi, joke lang. Tingin ka ulit. Balikan mo yung bagay na gusto mo. Huwag mong tingnan yung problema, yung sitwasyon ngayon. Tingnan mo yung mga blessing na pwede mo magamit ngayon. Kasi lahat tayo blessed. Lahat tayo binigyan ng opportunity. Huwag mo lang isipin na mahirap. Huwag mo isipin na hindi mo kaya mo yan. Kaya nandito kami to guide you. We are your mentors. We are your coach to help you out to succeed in life. And how front row really works, pag-usapan natin. Simple lang para mas maganda. Para sa akin, ngayong araw na to, napaka-importante is number one, find a mentor tulad ng sinabi ko. Self-discipline mo yung sarili mo. And then, the opportunity is there. Maniwala ka na kaya mo kasi walang bagay na imposible pag naniwala ka. and then find the happiness and peacefulness in life. Kasi so masarap talaga mabuhay. Huwag mong isipin hindi. So sa akin, maybe that's the only thing that I want to share right now. Kasi maybe baka may mga tanong sila or tanong yung iba, or Sir Rico, baka you have some question from me. Maybe. I don't know, di ba? Okay. So sa akin,
batiin muna natin yung nanonood sa atin na Win, tingnan mo ba, kilala mo sa
akin
iba?
Mga supporters ko po.
Tingnan mo. Gusto ko ikaw yung bumati niyan.
Actually, mga supporters ko, hello. Good evening for everyone. All the way from Philippines, ang dami nila. Ayan, UAE. Okay, may mga Taiwan pa. So, ayan, sobrang thank you to all the people who are supporting me right now. And thank you so much for Sir Rico, Tatak Pinoy, abroad, syempre.
Harvey is watching. Tinitingnan ka ng busing, no?
Ayan na sila, nagko-comment na. Ang dami. Di ba? Okay.
Kaya batiin mo.
Ang dami nagme-message me right now. To all of you, first of all, thank you for supporting us from Hong Kong. Ayan, Miss Juvie. Hello. Lahat sa inyo dyan. Sobrang dami nagme-message. From Riyadh, andyan din si ate. Hello. Thank you so much. And if you're interested to be part of my family, to be part of Front Shore family, to be part of my team, andito lang po kami, mahihiya, kayo mawawala, kasama nyo kami. One of my Millionaires Club is also watching all the way from Philippines. Andyan din sila. Hello. Ayan, di ba? So, sobrang dami nanonood. Thank you so much. I'm so proud to be part of Tatak Pinoy to help more people, di ba? So, karunungan at kaalaman at kaunlaran. Yan ang totoong magbibigay ng success sa atin sa buhay. Naniniwala po ako dyan. It's all about knowledge. And syempre, don't hesitate. Lumapit sa amin nila Sir Rico to mentor you, to coach you, to guide you, because we are free of advice. Okay? Ito po yung blessing na binigay sa amin. Hindi kami nagpapabayad para tumulong ng maraming tao. Yan.
At by the way, dapat malaman nila na yung front row is tumutulong din sa mga no work, no pay.
Yes. Actually, yung first month ng pandemic, we help a lot of OFW people na wala pong work. And at the same time, nabigay po tayo ng mga relief goods, not only in Dubai, but also in Abu Dhabi and Fujairah. So mostly lahat na nasalanta ng we help also. And currently, even in the Philippines, we have our biggest social responsibility. So I'm so proud to our company business partner and owners. Just want to bate sa kanila na Derek R.S. Francisco and Engineer Samuel Versosa. Thank you so much for all the generosity that you always give to all of the people. And syempre, what is the Front Shore family doing is throughout sa buong mundo, gagawin namin yan. Tutulong kami ng maraming tao. So tuloy-tuloy po yan. Hindi kami titigil kasi sobrang mahal namin kayo. So huwag kayong mag-alala. Dito kami para i-guide kayo throughout success. So sobra. Kaya ako, thankful po ako kay Director S. Francisco and Sir Sam. Without these people, without this front row that they build, na ang dami na bagong buhay, and syempre mas pararamihin pa natin matulungan at makabago ng buhay ng maraming tao. Not only front row family but also non-front row family, we're also helping them. Kaya huwag kayo mag-hesitate na lumapit sa amin to guide you throughout life. Ayan, kasama niyo kami. Minsan sobrang dami, nangingi ng tulong, minsan hindi na natin kaya ibigay, pero don't worry, nandito naman kami to help each everyone. Ayan. Andyan
yan
po,
ang tinatawag na paying it forward.
Yes, perfect.
Win.
Forward.
Win,
Yes.
Successful ka na ngayon as far as multi-level is concerned. Gusto mong pasalamatan yung taong tumulong sa'yo when you started the business na wala ka pang alam. I'm sure na mayroong tao na gusto mong pasalamatan. Would you like to thank them?
Actually, nag-message na nga siya kanina eh. Sabi niya, Win, pabate. And ako sobrang too many to mention. Pero number one, simula umpisa hanggang dulo, magkasama kami netong taon na to. Even nagko-commute kami before from nothing. I would like to tell him, Sir Harvey de la Cruz, thank you so much for everything. Especially, nabanggit ko na rin yung family ko, yung mom ko. Sobrang thankful po ako for all of them. Front row owners, Okay, Sir Richmond Yu, Sir Kerwin Yu, Miss Janet Faha, all of my mentors, Sir Nico Suarez, Miss Tiffany Ebio. Sabi ko, grabe, ang laki ng influence. And syempre, hindi mawawala doon my partner in life, Miss Dominic, and my younger brother, who always there for me. Grabe tong kapatid ko, Wardel Chua. Sobrang sipag, sobrang galing. And to all my front row family, team winners, sobrang love namin kayo. Kaya nga, team winners tayo eh. Win! Laging panalo, walang talo sa atin. Ganun tayong katindi. Diba?
Win, one of the reasons why I'm inviting you tonight is I'd like to stress that by receiving the salary alone, hindi talaga kayang ma-realize yung dreams natin. Baon natin ang umalis tayo sa Pilipinas yung mga pangarap natin. Pero marami talaga, majority are still singing kanta ni Tom Jones na may elusive dreams. Hindi kaya talaga ng salary and multi-level marketing is the other option for you to realize. We're not asking people to resign, no? It's just a matter of actually making use of their free time after work. Kasi kung tutuusin this is my point and I'd like to stress this. Ilang years tayo nag-aral, no? 6 years sa elementary, right? Okay. 6 years sa elementary. Yung old pag-usapan natin old curriculum. 4 years sa high school. No?
Tama.
Sa college, another 4 years. That means 14 years. 14 years na pag-graduate mo, nahihirapan ka pa magtrabaho kasi kailangan mong pagandahin yung CV. And not only that, ilang subjects yung napag-aralan natin. More than 100 subjects, right? Ang daming, magkano ang naubos na pera ng parents natin. When you graduate, you will just receive 2,500 dirhams dito, 3,000 dirhams. It's not worth it, right? In multi-level marketing, 5 subjects lang talaga ang pag-aralan nila. Nung una, company profile. Second, product knowledge. Third, compensation plan. Fourth, handling rejection. Number 5, presentation skills. 5 lang, no? And this multi-level marketing is the only solution for OFWs to realize that. At marami pang option aside from multi-level marketing, but multi-level marketing is another one, no? Kaya I invited you just to invite people that this is one of the many ways for us to realize their dreams. Kaya maraming salamat in behalf of the Tak Pinoy. I'm sure na marami tayong nagising ngayon, lalo na yung mga nahimbing na sa comfort zone. Oh, maganda nga ang comfort zone, pero nobody and nothing will ever grow if you will dwell from your comfort zone.
Yes, true. And
maraming salamat, Win.
Thank you, Sir Rico. Thank you so much for inviting me. Maraming salamat to all the people out there. More blessing po sa atin because this is not the first time that Sir Rico and me will be here. We will be throughout and tuloy-tuloy po yung mga segment natin. Maraming salamat. More things to come. Antabayanan nyo. Baka next time, mas marami tayong pabonus na mangyayari. Okay?
Yes.
So, thank you, Sir Rico.
Thank you again and send my regards to the entire Front Row family. Maraming salamat, Win. Mga kababayan, this is KKK in progress. Narinig na din kanina yung sinabi ng isang milyonaryo na batang-bata pa. And I'd like to stress this again. If Win can do it, kahit sino kayang-kaya. It's just a matter of breaking out from your comfort zone. Ngayon, andito na tayo sa pangalawa nating speaker. Oh, ito, mayaman na mayaman ito. Kaya ayokong banggitin ito ng pataphaw lang, no? Dapat talaga yung credential nito malalaman ng madlang people. So I'd like to introduce him properly. Ito yung second mentor natin sa 5th episode ng KKK, brought to you by Tak Pinoy, loud and proud.
Our next mentor is a sales and marketing manager of Sony Middle East and Africa, handling car audio category for East, Central and West Africa and Saudi Arabia. A registered financial planner, sales director, and co-founder of KD AgriVenture Incorporated, a company that promotes agriculture business in the Philippines. a managing partner of Investoshast, a social enterprise that teaches financial literacy and investing to OFWs in the UAE, an organizing team member of Money Talks UAE, a group that brings top-notch Filipino business and finance speakers from the Philippines to conduct seminars in the United Arab Emirates, a member of Bowlers Toastmasters Club in Dubai. To talk about enduring in the midst of the pandemic, let's welcome Pablo Santos Jr.
Uy, biglang nawala si Pablo Jr. Kanina, nakita ko siya kanina eh. Mga kababayan, andito pa rin tayo sa ating KKK, Karunungan at Kaalaman sa Kaunlaran. And finally, here he is. Ayan, oh, looking young, looking free, looking single, but I guess not anymore. Diba? Kasi may violent reaction eh. Bumati ka muna, Pab.
Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the viewers of Tatak Pinoy all around the globe. So it's a pleasure for me to be invited by, of course, Kabayang Rico, to share my knowledge about financial literacy and of course isang napapanahong topic na talaga namang na-experience natin mga kababayan ngayon.
Ayan. Excited na sila, Pab. Kaya ayokong I don't want to steal your time tonight. Mas maganda yung ikaw na mismo magsasabi. Kasi sabi nila, oy, huwag ka na magsasalita dyan, Kabayan Rico. Ibigay mo na agad kay Pablo Jr. Here we go.
All right. So once again, good morning, good evening to all the televiewers. Papakilala po ulit ako. I'm Pablo Santos Jr. I've been here in Dubai for more than 15 years now. And I'm working sales and marketing in Sony Middle East and Africa. And I'm also a financial planner, a registered financial planner here in the UAE. And ito po yung isa sa mga pinagkakabalahan ko during weekend, hustling in terms of sharing the knowledge sa ating mga kababayan sa financial literacy, investing, and money management, as well as entrepreneurship. Ayan. So yung topic po natin, isang napapanahong topic na importante na malaman po natin and maging aware tayo kasi every one of us are experiencing current situation right now. All right? Who would have ever thought that one virus can change the entire world? From the richest to the poorest countries, even mga leader ng ibang bansa has been affected by COVID-19 pandemic. And things has been a bit challenging nowadays. And right now, we are getting back to normal. We can say the new normal. We are getting used to the new normal, as we say. And the good thing here in Dubai, in UAE, is that business started to come back. Okay? So somehow, nag-o-open na uli yung economy natin. And this is a very good sign of some slight recovery, slowly but surely. All right? But you would agree with me that COVID-19 pandemic have really caused us a lot of social and economic disruption sa economy natin. Sabi nga ng mga expert, di ba? Sabi nga ng mga expert, they have forecasted that we are in the midst of another big and global recession, which actually happens last 1930s, nung meron tayong global recession, isang malaking recession, and we are also on the brink of experiencing it. Wag naman sana. All right? And frankly speaking, ngayon po, as we speak, okay, the total number of cases in the whole world is around 15.5 million. Okay, infected cases. And unfortunately, 633,000 have already lost their lives because of COVID. And everyone, all the big pharma companies, they're all in search. They're running versus time to search for the vaccine. So pagdasal po natin yan. Ngayon, ang tanong po dito, lahat po tayo dito, especially mga nakikinig, lahat po tayo dito OFW. And OFW, we are not exempted in this crisis. In fact, we are one of the most affected sector sa ekonomiya natin. All right? Just to give you some data, na like last year, OFW remittances have supported the Philippine economy about $32 billion. Ulitin ko, $32 billion. Okay? This is bigger than BPO sector, yung mga call center natin sa Pilipinas, which is averaging around $26 to $27 billion yung support nila sa ekonomiya. Alright? And even last year, na meron na rin tayong konting problema in terms of dun sa economic recession ng Middle East or worldwide, wala pa yung pandemic, pero nahihirapan na po tayo. But OFW remittances are still increasing. Okay? But I think this is a big game changer ngayong taon na to. Alright? Sea and land-based remittances will definitely be affected. Okay? In fact, DOLE have forecasted that around more than 1 million jobs will be lost until 2021 dahil sa COVID. Repatriations are going on, all right, with the government. And we're actually in the brink of a recession this quarter too, okay, because our GDP of the Philippines has been going down negative, all right? And this is inevitable. Hindi natin pwedeng takasan to, okay? Even the big countries, okay, the rich countries are also experiencing yung recession natin, all right? And of course, my topic is about how can we survive in the midst of crisis. But before I talk about that, let me first discuss ano ba yung mga epekto? Ano ba yung mga epekto ng pandemic na ito sa OFWs? All right? Well, I have segmented at least seven key important factors na naka-epekto sa OFWs. Unahin natin yung mga affected industries, all right? Yung airlines natin, all right? Airlines has been losing billions, okay? Because of the lockdown. They're paying a lot in the rental of their, yung sa parking ng mga aeroplano nila, airspace has been canceled now, all right? Even yung mga hotels, okay? Most of the hotels has been closed, okay? And some of them, okay, nagsara na talaga totally, all right? Malls has been affected. Ito yung retail sector. Okay, because of the lockdown, social distancing, so there are less customers in the shop. Somehow ngayon medyo nag-i-improve na. And one of the big factor na naka-apekto sa Middle East is yung oil industry. In fact, oil have gone down to negative territory in the last 2 months. Okay, nag-negative po yung oil. Means parang wala na pong value yung oil. Ngayon medyo nag-improve na yung presyo niya sa world market. Pero imagine, because of the huge supply at bumaba po yung demand since wala nga pong gumagamit ng oil dahil na-stop po yung transportation. All right? So these are the few industries that has been affected. And unfortunately, karamihan po ng mga OFW na nag-work dito sa abroad is in line with these industries. All right? Second, yung mga SMEs natin, small, medium enterprises, and other small businesses. All right? Some of them have closed down, and maybe most of them will not recover after this pandemic. Nagtuloy na po na magsara. In fact, I have lots of Filipino overseas entrepreneur. Kasi hindi lang po tayo OFW dito, marami na rin po ditong overseas Filipino entrepreneurs na may mga business dito. And marami pong naapektuhan. Alright? And you can imagine na yung mga staff nila is Pinoy din. So, domino effect na naapektuhan talaga, small, medium enterprises, small businesses, especially here abroad, has been crying a lot. Alright? Third, ayan na, no work, no pay. Okay? Since wala nga tayong business, so walang negosyo, so yung iba, they settle down na yung mga staff nila, they have given a leave of absence. Okay? Kesa naman tanggalin namin kayo, alright? So mag-leave muna kayo, but still you're under our visa. Okay? Just to help us because we don't have anything financially para ibigay sa inyo. Because apektado po yung business natin. And salary cut. Alright? Marami po akong kaibigan, marami akong kakilala, sinasabi nila, nabawasan ako ng 30%. Okay, nabawasan ako ng 50%. Okay, meron pa nagsabi 70% ang binaba ng sweldo ko. Okay, salary cut dahil po sa pandemic na to. And worst case, ito na po, job loss. Alright, job loss, as a result of job loss, we have to repatriate yung mga kababayan natin dito pabalik ng Pilipinas. Alright, another important factor, pang-apat, ito po yung OFWs have more fixed expenses abroad. If you're going to compare OFWs versus yung typical na empleyado na nasa Pilipinas, alright, yung OFWs, they're spending more than dun sa mga empleyado na nasa Pilipinas. Bakit? Yung mga empleyado na nasa Pilipinas na wala ng trabaho dahil sa COVID, they can still come back their house. Karamihan doon, bahay po talaga nila, they're not renting it out, alright? Their family, their relatives are supporting them, daily needs, pagkain, kuryente. But OFWs, it's a different battlefield here. Okay? Nawalan tayo ng trabaho dito, nawalan tayo ng sweldo, nabawasan yung sweldo natin, but still, we have to pay the rent. And as you know, rent expenses is one of the biggest factor ng cost ng gastos ng mga Pilipino abroad. We have to eat. Kailangan natin kumain. Kailangan natin magbayad ng kuryente. If our kids are here, we have to pay tuition still, right? So, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung expenses. Mas malaki yung expenses ng OFWs compare sa mga typical na empleyado sa Pilipinas. Panglima, OFWs have loans. They have personal loans. They have bank loans. They have bad debts. Okay? This makes the matter worse. Kasi yung mga kababayan natin pre-COVID, may mga utang na. Marami na po mga kababayan na may problema na financially. Okay? They haven't managed their finances quite well. So that's why nandito po kami. We try to help to educate them. But still, that's the reality on the ground right now. All right? Number 6. There are lots of expired visas here, as you know. Some of the kababayans, they have pending disputes with the employer. All right? So this actually complicates the matter. They want to be repatriated back to the Philippines, pero since meron pa silang issue sa mga employers nila, they still have to fix this. And this is delaying yung pagbalik nila sa Pilipinas. And number 7, depleting funds. Depleting funds. All right? For many OFWs, okay, yung mga nakapag-save pa, yung mga nakapagtabi pa, nakapagsubi pa ng emergency fund nila, like say 6 months emergency fund, all right, they're still surviving, okay? Pero paano kung konti lang yung savings mo? Okay, paano na, 'di ba? They have to take a loan sa mga kaibigan nila or sa bangko. It's very difficult at this time. Para siyang double whammy na, kumbaga, nagiging cycle na lang siya, hindi na tayo makakaalis sa rat race. Alright? Papaano po yung talagang walang ipon, walang investment, walang savings, di ba? So, nahihirapan po talaga sila. You can imagine the current situation of our kababayans now. Alright? But still, I believe that Pinoys, even if we are tested by countless calamities, okay, there are lots of catastrophes that come on our way. We can name a few. We have Yolanda, we have Ondoy, okay, we have Pinatubo eruption, we have Taal eruption recently. But Pinoys are like bamboo, okay? If the bamboo is very strong, that after the storm pass, the bamboo is left standing. Nakatayo pa rin yung bamboo. That's the good thing for the Filipino. That's what I like for the Filipino. That's the family, the faith, and the fun factors is still there. Nakakatawa pa rin tayo despite of this crisis, right? So, yan ang isa sa strength natin as Pinoy, yung race natin, that sobrang positive pa rin natin despite of what is happening right now. Alright? So now, let me discuss yung topic ko, okay? My topic is how we can endure in the midst of crisis. Okay? Ngayon po, I'm going to share 10 things. Alright? 10 things on how we can cope up. And hopefully, ma-implement po natin to after we finish this this discussion. All right. Number one, okay, we have to protect ourselves. We have to protect ourselves. Sabi nga ni Jack Ma, okay, I like his quote when he says that 2020 is a year of staying alive. We cannot talk about our dreams and our plans right now. We just have to make sure that we stayed alive. Because if we have stayed alive, we already have made profit. Okay? Kasi dito, we cannot think this year na kailangan natin kumita ng malaking pera. Alright? Kailangan po natin mag-survive at this time. And once we survive, we have a chance to change ourselves. We have a chance to invest later. We have a chance to save. All right? So, let us all be guided with all the government rules and regulations. Sumunod po tayo, all right? Especially sa Pilipinas, na parami po ng parami yung kaso ng COVID. So, let us follow the rules and protect ourselves. Never let your guard down. Pangalawa, all right? We should have a positive mindset. We should have a positive outlook in life. All right? Negative na nga yung nangyayari. Kaliwat kanan, negative na yung nangyayari. Diba? Tapos gusto mo negative ka pa. Mag-isip ka na rin ng positivity. Positivity is a choice. Alright? So, you just have to follow and do the things that you can control rather than the things that you cannot control. Alright? Have a very positive mindset, especially this time. Third, let us commit to change. Let us commit to change. We have to reset. We have to recalibrate. We have to learn new skills. We can do goal setting. All right? If you're going to ask me what is the best gift that COVID-19 have given us, is the gift of time. Sa ngayon po, ang dami-dami nating oras. I can imagine during my lifetime, na ngayon po ako nagkaroon ng isa sa pinakamaraming oras sa buhay ko. All right. So if you're given this time, okay, use it in a proper way. Invest in learning, invest in knowledge. Okay. If hindi ka pa nakakapag goal setting, kasi goal setting means you are planning already. Okay, ano ba yung gusto kong mangyari? Kaya nga ako nag-abroad, di ba? And I think by default, sa lahat sa atin ng mga OFWs, by default, isa sa goal natin is to retire early, happy, and financially free. All right. So unfortunately, yung iba hindi nakapagplano ng goal setting sa atin eh. But this is the right time. Kahit 5 years ka na sa Dubai, kahit 10 years ka na sa Dubai, you can still start your goal setting. Para alam mo, may align mo, okay, yung gusto mo mangyari later on pagbalik mo. Alright? Pag normal na yung situation. And of course, pang-apat po dyan, cash is king. Cash is king. Being a financial planner myself, we always encourage people to invest, to save, and to put your money in a growing asset classes. All right. But at this point in time, okay, first, I think we have to focus on essential. We have to focus on our priority. Ano ba to? Okay. Ito yung mga pagkain, yung bahay sa bahay, yung education ng mga bata, and so on and so forth. All right. At this point in time, we cannot look at the non-essentials. Hindi natin kailangang mag-shopping ng jewelry, mag-shopping ng mga sapatos or mga damit, di ba? So because this time, we have to look at our cash flow. Dapat may liquidity po tayo. And we always teach our kababayans here the value of delayed gratification. Okay? Kung hindi mo pa siya kailangan ngayon, huwag mo munang bilihin. Alright? Keep your cash afloat. Alright? Panglima po, increase your passive income. Increase your passive income. Well, sabi nila, there are lots of affected industries dahil sa COVID. But I can say that there are also a lot of opportunity. There are a lot of industries na nanganak ngayong pandemic. Okay? To give you an example, delivery services, di ba? Usong-usong ngayon yung mga Grab, yung mga Lalamove sa Pilipinas, di ba? Deliveroo. So, these are growing industries. Another thing, we have yung mga medical supplies. Alright? Yung mga face mask ngayon, mga PPE face mask, in fact, nagiging creative talaga yung mga Pilipino dahil nagkakaroon pa nga ng mga design yan. And this is extra income, extra passive income for you. Those who are good in online business, Alright, I think later, meron tayong speaker, magaling na speaker, to discuss about online business. And even the first speaker have discussed, this is also online business. And if you have the knowledge, if you have the skills, do it. Alright, this will augment your income right now. Alright, so wag po tayo mag-isip na wala na pong pag-asa. There are still a growing industries. Sabi nga, in fact, Alibaba, okay, Alibaba was founded during nung 2003. Meron ding crisis noon. Okay, and that is the boom of the internet era during that time. And ngayon, they are a billion-dollar company. They started during the pandemic before, during the crisis before. So there's still hope to all of us. All right. Pang-anim, we have to go back to basic. Andiyan po yung saving, protection, and investment. Ito po yung tinuturo namin as financial planner dito sa UAE. Okay? The importance of savings. Kaya we have to save first. Okay? Hindi tayo makakapag-save kung wala po tayong positive na cash flow. Okay? We have to have protection also. We have to protect our family. For example, insurance. Ngayon po, napakamahal po magkasakit, di ba? Especially kung COVID yung case mo, kung sa Pilipinas, it will be around 500,000 to almost 1 million yung magigagastusin mo. So you have to protect your family, you have to have protection as well. And of course, nandiyan po yung investment. Okay? Andiyan po yung bonds, we have stock market, we have mutual fund, we have real estate, we have other businesses, right? So marami pong options, and I think at this point in time, it's very good to first study. Pag-aralan muna natin. And then later, kung okay na po yung cash flow natin, then we can start investing. All right? And sabi nga nila, wow, stock market, magandang business yan or magandang passive income yan. To tell you frankly, stock market is now at the lowest, yung index natin, around 6,000 level. Before, we have reached around 8,000, even 9,000 level back in 2017. So sabihin natin, napakamura na po, napakababa na ng index natin sa stock market. Okay, but we first have to study. Pag-aralan muna natin if you want to enter yung stock market investing, di ba? So ayan, papasok pa rin po dyan yung financial literacy. Alright. And pang-pito, we have to take action. Okay? Sabi nga ni Tony Robbins, he's one of the best motivational speaker in the world. Sabi niya, the only impossible journey is the ones you never did. Okay? Kung hindi mo pa siya nagagawa, hindi mo siya mararating. Alright? So we have to take action. We have to take massive and immediate action after nag-normalize na yung sitwasyon. Alright? And then number 8, learn from life experience and make it your life choice. Learn from life experience and make it your life choice. You don't want to come back in this situation once again, na nawalan ka ng trabaho, na nawalan ka ng pera, na nabawasan yung ipon mo, na nawalan ka ng investment, di ba? You have to remember the feeling, okay? Na ayoko nang bumalik dito sa sitwasyon na to. Kaya nga, itong mga tumbling blocks na to, we can make it, okay, a stepping stone later. So dapat hindi na natin babalikan to, means we have to change. We have to change our mindset and we have to take action in investing later after this. Number 9, we have to educate our OFW families. All right? Ang tawag nga po dyan is yung paying it forward. Paying it forward. Kung natuto ka, turuan mo yung mga kamag-anak mo sa Pilipinas because this is one of the key to be more sustainable. Okay? Especially if you're planning a happy retirement later on. Kailangan marunong din mag-invest at mag-save, mag-value ng money yung mga kamag-anak mo sa Pilipinas. Alright? Sabi nga nila, if you get, you give. And if you learn, you teach. Alright? So, number 10, ito, isa sa pinaka-importante, we have to stay in faith. We have to stay in faith. We have to trust God. This is, I think, the best time to come to Him, to pray. We have to stay in faith. We have to believe in the power of prayer. And we have to pray na dumating na yung vaccine the soonest possible time. So that is the 10 ways on how we can endure and survive in the midst of this crisis. And I would like to close, with one of the learnings I got from Coach Rex Mendoza. He's one of the great minds in personal finance. Coach Rex Mendoza is the CEO of Ramber Financial. All right? Sabi ni Coach Rex, first, you have to accept the brutal fact. Well, the world is currently in crisis. You're experiencing crisis, and so are we. All of us are experiencing this crisis. So how do we deal with it? We just have to accept the brutal fact. Number two, we have to anticipate a brighter future. Well, things will change. Times will change. The sun will come out. What happens after that? Are you going to build the momentum now so that when the gates open, you're ready to take off? So you have to think na we have to have a positive mindset because this pandemic, this too shall pass. Okay, this too shall pass. It may be stormy now, but it cannot rain forever. Number three, we have to act in bold faith. We have to act in bold faith. We have to do it now. Okay? We have to, maybe because of time, we have to study. Okay? This is a gift of time sa atin. Pag-aralan muna natin kung hindi pa tayo napag-start ng financial planning. And after that, we have to invest. We have to save. We have to value our money. Okay? Because this is the key for a happy retirement for all the OFWs na nakikinig. So with that, I would like to thank everyone for staying with us, for listening. And I hope that I have shared something na pwede nyo mapakinabangan later on. And I always say na we have to take action. Okay? After this, gawa na po tayo ng tamang paraan para i-improve yung life natin as an OFW. Ayan. So thank you very much. And God bless to all of you.
Thank you, Pablo. In behalf of Jose Cunlo, my partner of Tatak Pinoy, I would like to extend our sincere thanks for your presence tonight. Marami tayong natutulungan at nagising yung mga pag-iisip ng mga kabayan natin, lalo na yung mga worried, stress mentally. Maraming salamat. And we are looking forward to hear more from you next week or probably 2 weeks from now para lalong ma-educate yung mga kababayan natin. Maraming salamat for your time tonight, and please don't hesitate just in case you have some project in the future. Tatak Pinoy will always support you.
Sir, pahabol lang, pwede ba ako mag-promote?
Sige, go ahead.
Ayan.
Take your time.
So, yes, I would like to promote especially yung because of the pandemic, napilitan akong gumawa ng sarili kong YouTube channel. Alright? So, kukunti pa rin po yung subscriber ko, so I would like to extend, okay, my request, of course, sa inyong mga viewers natin to please subscribe and hit the notification bell of my YouTube channel. It is Pablo Santos Jr. I'll repeat, it's Pablo Santos Jr. Alright? And my other advocacies na ginagawa dito together with other RPs here, we are doing online seminars also for Money Talks UAE. Abangan po natin yan. And we hopefully we can do another seminar. Hopefully, baka next year, face-to-face seminar with our kababayans. We are going to bring lots of great speakers, sina Coach Randall Chongson, sina Coach Marvin Germo, para po mag-share ng kanilang knowledge about investing, about finance, about money management, stock market sa ating mga kababayans. And of course, yung Investusias, I'm part of Investusias team. And we are also doing Stock Smarts UAE. Hopefully, magkaroon po tayo ng event pag okay na po ang lahat. So stay tuned lang po tayo dyan. Money Talks UAE Facebook page, Investusias Facebook page, and RP UAE. We are here to support our community. We are collaborating with Polo OWA and hopefully with other private companies to share basic financial literacy sa ating mga kababayan. Ayan po. So maraming salamat po ulit, Kabayang Rico, Tatak Pinoy. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Maraming salamat, Pablo Santos Jr. for your insights tonight. Sana mas marami yung nanonood para lalong maraming magigising sa sinabi mo. Thank you, and stay where you are because jazz is coming up shortly.
Our next mentor is an e-commerce sales executive from a reputed cosmetic company, a freelance photographer, and events management trainer in Kabayan, Dubai, a freelance actress of Kikoman Films. To talk about moving your business online, let's welcome Jazz Masicampo.
Yes, hello.
Magandang gabi, Jazz. Oh.
Good evening, Kuya Rick. Kinakabahan ako.
Ang daming nag-request na kakanta ka ulit next week. Oh,
Diyos ko.
Yung nakita
Sana may boses ako ulit.
yung morning show natin kanina. Oo. I'm sure na hinihintay na ng mga kabayan natin na gustong mag-business online at paano ma-promote yung business nila online. So, umpisahan mo na, Jazz.
Okay pa. Good evening sa lahat. So, I'm here to give you some tips on how to move your offline business to online. Okay. So, bakit? Question is, bakit kailangan natin i-move yung business natin online? First hand, because we need to be competent and we need to be innovative. Kasi diba, in this world, there's always a constant change. So, hindi yung nakasanayan natin will work out now. So, we have to be more, kailangan nating maging, mag-isip tayo. Before, may parang best quote dyan is, the best time to realize it is time to change before the change is necessary. Okay, so what happened? An example is during this pandemic. Almost everyone is like offline. Mga retail stores, most businesses. So during the pandemic, it was hard for them to continue their business because they are not hindi pa sila nag-digitalize. Wala pa sila sa online. It was hard for them. So that is why yung sinabi ko kanina na it is better to realize it's time to change before the change, something like that. So next one is and also the buying behavior of the customers is always changing, diba? Hindi na, lalo na dito sa UAE, like for example, ayaw na nilang lumabas kasi mainit, so it's better for them to buy online. So yun. And okay, so we start for the first tip on moving your business online is do your marketing research. So you have to keep in mind that what is the marketing that is effective for offline might not be effective for online. So you have to make a proper marketing research about that one. And next one is building your own website. Why you have to build your own website? Because your website will be your brand. That is yung branding mo yan ng company mo. And sorry. Sorry about that. And then aside from building your website, you have to take care of paano mo siya gawin. Hindi pwedeng i-launch mo lang siya agad-agad kasi 'di ba ang pangit naman pag ni-launch mo yung website mo na may wrong spelling, hindi siya tawag nito, may mali pa sa logistics. So you have to take care of building your website. Check mo muna carefully. Like for example, for my company, what we did is hindi kami gumawa ng website na within 1 month, 2 months na nilabas namin siya sa market. What we did is it took us at least 1 year to be able to before namin malabas sa labas namin sa market yung website namin kasi nga kailangan carefully siya. Like paano yung processing ng orders. Ganon. Pag clinic mo to, paano siya pupunta? You have kailangan mong pag-aralan yung behavior ng website mo para if may mali, mas madali siyang masolusyonan, or if may in the future pag nila-launch mo na siya, if may mali, may may konting error, mas madali siyang mas madali siyang ayusin ng web designer nyo or web developer. Ganon. And next one is keep it simple. So, you don't have na kailangang bonggang-bongga yung website mo. Kasi in the sense na masyadong ang maganda, hindi naman siya customer user-friendly. Kunwari pag masyado kang madaming nilagay na ganitong design, na pag-clinic dito, may mga, and also, pag masyadong madaming sa website, yung mga masyadong madaming design, minsan nakakaano siya ng loading time. So as much as possible, keep your website simple, clean, so at least madaling makita ng customers mo kung yung anong hinahanap nila, product na gusto nilang bilhin or services na gusto nilang i-avail. Okay. So next one is develop for a maintenance plan. Why you have to develop a maintenance plan? Kasi yung website mo kasi syempre mag-gather siya ng mga data, and maybe yung tawag nito, yung database mo hindi na pala siya kaya nung information na nagagather niya. So minsan nagka-crash down yung website. And it's not a good thing kasi nga once nag-crash, it might take a long time for your developer or your website designer to fix the issue. So it's better you have to schedule a maintenance plan, so it's easier for them to kung may mga errors, may mga bugs, it's easy for them to ayusin. And next one is don't skimp on payment processors. When you said skimp, wag mong ubusin yung oras mo sa payment processor. So you have to make a proper plan on how will you paano yung processing method ng ng store mo, online store. Like for example, are you gonna use COD? If COD, paano mo siya ipaprocess? Magpa-partner ka ba sa courier mo? Or the customer will be sending you the money? Or are you gonna use a credit card method for your payment method? Ganon. So you have to properly plan how you process your payment. Kasi nga, ang hirap naman kasi na parang naka-online ka nga, pero tawag dito, ang hirap sa mga customers mong bayaran ka. Parang hindi na lang ako mag-online kasi or magpupunta na lang ako ng competitor ko kasi mas easier yung payment scheme nila. 'Di ba? You should always, always keep in mind the customer satisfaction. Kasi in online, it's totally different from traditional. Parang kasi 'di ba, pag may complaint or may customer may bad feedback, parang ang daming makakabasa. Hindi katulad pag traditional business, kapag nagkaroon ng negative feedback from a customer, mas parang pupuntahan ka lang, magko-complain, gano'n. But in online, it's a very wide a market, kumbaga. Kasi pag traditional ka, sabihin natin yung store mo nasa Karama or ang store mo nasa Dubai lang, which is probably yung taga-ibang bansa hindi not familiar with your store, right? But if you are on the online world, yung parang yung market, yung network ng ang reach ng ng business mo is too wide, kumbaga. All right. So next one is get inspiration from the leaders. When you said get inspiration from the leaders, is you have kung sino ba yung store, kung ano yung store, kunwari nasa cosmetic company ka. Like for me, I'm in a cosmetic company, and I am always checking what is my competitors' website or what their parang nila online. So I'm always checking that all the time because I have to be competitive. I have to be on the same page or dapat mas better ako sa kanila when it comes to my when it comes to my online presence, kumbaga, dapat mas mataas yung presence ko sa kanila. So that is why I keep on having inspiration from the leaders. Kasi although we are already a reputed company, but still I know there's still someone who have the higher presence on the online market. So I have to keep on checking on that one so I can be at par or mas better pa sa kanila. Diba? Then, next one is keep your products and prices aligned. Kasi ganito kasi yan pag sa online. Since online, hindi siya ganun kagastos compared mo sa traditional business. Kasi nga, pwede kang walang physical store eh. Kasi kailangan mo lang at least meron kang warehouse or meron ka lang where you are keeping your inventory of your products. At least meron ka ng ganung location. Meron kang meron kang at least physical storage of your mga products mo. Or if not, services, pwede mo lang, like, kunwari, meron kang manpower services, at least meron ang magagastos mo lang sa kanila is the accommodation. Ganun, diba? So, it's not that hindi mo kailangan ng physical office when it comes to online. That is also one of the advantage of having your business online. And, okay, continue with keep your products prices aligned. Hindi ibig sabihin, kunwari yung product mo, make sure naman na align sa prices mo. Hindi ka pwedeng magpo-post sa online na, kunwari, isang sabon. Actually, in the market, it's only 5 dirhams or $5. But then you're selling online for 8. Diba? So, you have to keep aligned your prices and your prices of your products and your services. Hindi ka pwedeng sumobra, hindi ka din pwedeng bumaba. Like, for example, bakit hindi ka rin pwedeng bumaba? Kasi you have to keep in mind your logistics. Kasi syempre mag-spend ka din ng money for, ng courier, magbabayad ka, magkano yung shipping fee. Kung partner ka naman ng different stores, magbabayad ka ng... Sorry, maingay. Na-disturb ako, sorry. And also, yun nga, so dapat paki-close under ingay niyo, diba? Ayun nga, so dapat hindi ka pwedeng sumabra at hindi ka pwedeng bumaba. Kasi syempre, you have to make sure that balance lang. Hindi na parang kahit pa paano, nababayarin mo yung logistics mo. Ganun. Then, next one is develop a return and refund strategy. Kasi nga, diba, pag sa physical store, pag bumili ako, kung gusto ko namang i-refund yung isang item or gusto kong i-return, it's easy for me kasi pupunta lang ako doon, isa sa uli ko. And then, for the refund processes, it's easy kasi like, for example, magre-return ako ng plancha sa buhok. Ganun. If i-return ko siya, like for example, I'm the customer, I go to like a physical store, they can easily check if there's a damage. So, malalaman ko agad if mari-refund ba ako o hindi. Or ano yung services na pwede nilang i-cater sa akin. That's the difference when it comes to physical store kasi mas madali. So, when you are online, you have to develop a return and refund strategy. So, pwede kang mag-partner with a courier, like for example, let's say Aramex or Q Express. At least meron kayong agreement on how you will be shipping or returning returning the shipment. Ganun. So you should have a return and refund strategy. And for example, also for the refund, paano mo siya i-refund ang pera? Kung gusto mo, kung ayaw talaga ng customer ng service or ng product ninyo. Pwede mo ba siyang, like, di ba napapansin niyo sa website, merong doon na parang pwede kang mag-online wallet, kumbaga like, sa next product, doon lang nila gagamitin, or isasauli mo talaga sa kanila, magsasend ka ng money sa bank account nila, or isasend mo through courier yung refund ng pera. So you have to have a refund strategy. Okay, next one is don't undersell yourself. So just like earlier, same din siya nung value ng wag mo naman masyadong ibaba yung wag mo masyadong yung sarili mo when it comes to pricing. Kasi although online means offering lower cost and special, but then these strategies minsan kasi hindi siya profitable. 'Di ba? Hindi ka naman kasi gumawa ng negosyo tapos the next day malulugi ka lang. So kahit pa paano you should kahit pa paano pumwesyo ka naman ng tama sa sarili mo. Like katulad lang din sa tao, 'di ba? Wag mo masyadong ibaba yung sarili mo. Charat, nahumugot tayo doon. Next one is explore the possibilities of social media. So, if we thought of the social media platforms, minsan nakaka-anxiety siya, ganun. Kasi nga, mostly, it's kind of very difficult to be in social media. Kahit nga, di ba, personal account natin, minsan nakaka-toxic. But then, don't stress because you should, think of it in a positive way or positive light. Kasi, being in social media, madami kang marireach, kumbaga. And also, being in social media, you have to think of your market. Kunwari yung business mo, yung online business mo is when it comes to beauty products. So you have to target only those people who are into beauty products or 'di ba? Hindi ka pwedeng magbenta ng beauty products sa isang let's say athlete na mostly wala silang pakialam doon kasi nga 'di ba? Or kung magsisell ka ng better have a product that is pwede sa mga athletes. Ganun. So you have to make know your market properly. And then if you want to be visible in social media, of course, you have to choose one good platform. Hindi pwede yung lahat gusto mo maging visible. Kunwari ikaw lang mag-isa sa business mo, sa online business mo. Hindi pwedeng visible ka sa Twitter, visible ka sa Facebook, visible ka sa Snapchat, visible ka din sa TikTok. Hindi pwedeng, although pwede mo siyang gawin, but at least have one good platform. So kasi, hindi kasi pwedeng, same din siya ng parang jack of all trades, master of none. Diba? Parang, you have to make sure na, okay, itong product na to, mas mabenta pala siya pag pinost ko siya sa Facebook. Ay, mas mabenta pala to when it comes to Twitter. Like, for example, here in UAE, the most famous platform dito is Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. So, hindi mo pwedeng, pag sinabi mo Twitter, probably hindi siya masyado ganun ka-workable if you want to be visible yung business mo in Twitter world. Tapos nandito yung business mo in UAE. So, you have to make sure na yung social media mo is yun yung workable sa country kung saan ka gusto mo mag-focus para mas madali sa'yo. At it's also for you easy to handle any complaints, any messages. It would be, mas madali sa'yo lahat. And then, next one is try an existing platform first. Okay, let's say you don't want to create your own website because it's too hassle for you. At saka medyo mahirap siyang i-market kasi you will be doing all of the marketing by yourself. So you can try having another platform. You said another platform, let's say in Philippines. Ano ba yun? Like Lazada, Shopee. That's an example of a platform. In UAE, mas famous dito Amazon and Noon and Carrefour. Yun, diba? So you can try be a seller of those stores or those platforms. And also kasi mas madali din siya kasi as you can see, they have this for Amazon naman. Amazon or Noon, meron kasi silang sariling warehouse, kumbaga. So you can send all of your products there, and then what you will just do is to list your products on their platform. So hindi ka problema. Like for example, may order ka, and then you're not keeping, for example, you weren't able to track yung yung inventory mo. Actually, wala ka na palang product, wala ka na palang physical product. Diba? So, pag na-send mo sa kanila yung product mo, like for example, for Amazon, let's say you only have 20, you send 20 products of soaps. And then if they are under a fulfilled by kind of platform, fulfilled by partners ang tawag namin dyan. When you said fulfilled by partners, sila yung magsisend, sila yung mag-ano ng logistics mo. Ay isipin mo lang is dapat tama yung information ng product mo na nakalist sa website nila. Yun. So yun yung pwede mo ring option if you don't want to have your own website, or it's hard for you to be like visible, like creating a Facebook page, creating your own website. You can also try that one. Okay, next one is use existing tools. When you said use existing tools, ang dami kasing pwede mo gamitin online. Like for example is sa Google. We have this called Google Business. So pwede mong gamitin yon para to check, like if you're, for example, you have your own website and you will be connecting Google Analytics sa sa website mo. It's easier for you to track how many people visited your website, how many, for example, yung processes ng website mo, like how many yung nag-view ng ganitong product, nag-click ng ganitong button, mas easier for you to do that. Kasi nga, actually everything is already online. The only thing you need to do is you have to learn it. Pag-aralan mo. Kasi lahat andyan na eh. The next one is be ready to scale. So always prepare for the absolute best scenario. Hindi mo naman sinasabi na parang overnight magiging successful ka online. Kasi hindi din ganun. Parang katulad din siya ng traditional business na parang unti-unti mara-reach mo yung success. Ganun. May times nga na medyo hindi talaga. Diba? But then, if you are, always think of the best one. And if you are, kasi at least, ready ka sa lahat. Like for example, kasi nangyari sa amin during the pandemic, the hardest part of that was, ang dami naming orders. Hindi namin napagplanuhan na kailangan naming mag-cap. Kasi may, parang during the pandemic, walang nagsasalon, diba? And we are no beauty, our products are usually beauty products. Ano? So, may mga products kami na before, it's not sellable at all. Walang bumibili. Or kung may bumibili man sa isang buwan, isang peraso lang. And then suddenly, during the pandemic, nagkaroon kami like one product, suddenly we received almost 500 orders of that product. And siguro ang na-kept inventory lang namin is almost 1/4 of that. And it was very hard na parang, it was hard for us during that time kasi shipment on hold lahat. So it was difficult for us because we didn't think at all of, kasi nga diba, ang forecasting namin, when you're forecasting your inventory, it's based on sales. And we didn't expect that to happen. So that is why, yung nasabi ko ng be ready to scale and always think of the absolute best scenario of your business. And then, next one is create a responsive website. So, hindi naman pwedeng gumawa ka lang ng website na walang, di ba dapat gumawa kayo ng parang may chat, care support. Hindi kasi pwede yung parang static lang na website. Kasi at the end, mawawalan ng gana yung customers. It's like, for example, they have a question for a product and you're selling, for example, contact lenses. And at least if it is a responsive website, it is easy for them na parang tawag ito, magtanong ng different, alam mo yun, like, ito ba, katulad ba ng ganitong color, katulad ba ng ganitong brand, mas maganda ba yung brand niyo? Mas madali kang makakapag-interact with your customers. And also, customers is parang, ano kasi din, diba? Kahit in any business, like, they always want, they are satisfied. Always have that mindset na you always want to satisfy your customers. Okay. Next one is develop an email distribution list. So, kasi once, for example, you are ready to launch your website, so you should have a it should be working to collect email addresses and information of your customers. Kasi next time, like for example, if you want to run a promotion, like okay, for the month of December, like let's say you will have a Christmas sale, it's easy for you to distribute the information because you have an email distribution list. Hindi mo na kailangang mag-gather, like hindi mo na kailangang bumili ng hindi mo na kailangang pumunta pa ng third party, bumili ng ng mga emails or customer information just so you could run your promotion. Kasi di ba, meron ka ng existing database of your customers online. Okay. Next one is look for a niche marketplace. So, let's say you are selling yung mga handcrafts, painting. Amazon is not a good place for you to sell it. Maybe yung may at Etsy.com where you can find more products related to paintings or yung nagaganchilyo, mga ganon. So, look for a niche marketplace where you can sell your products. Hindi pwedeng lahat, lagay mo lang sa Amazon or noon, which is, wala namang interesadong bumili sa lugar na yon. Next one is spend on advertisements. So, although let's say na a purpose of you can make money online with a very minimal investment, but you should also you should also know when to spend on advertisements. Diba? Because let's say it's easier for your customers to find your website. And yun. Next one is keep an eye on your ROI. When you said ROI is return on investment. So, hindi pwedeng gastos ka ng gastos, labas ka ng pera on advertisements, and then wala na palang return on investment sa'yo. So, you have to keep on track on that as well. Hindi ka pwedeng labas ng pera. Kasi masyado kang na-overwhelm sa advertisement. Ay, pag nag-Facebook, Facebook business, nag-sponsor ad ka sa Facebook, bigla ka nagkaroon ng madaming inquiries. But then, inquiries doesn't mean it will equate to profit. Kasi, pwedeng madami kang inquiries, hindi ka na
Meron ata tayong technical problem with Jazz there. You are still here sa ating KKK, Karunungan at Kaalaman sa Kaunlaran. Mga kababayan, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel of my partner, Josie Conlo, Love Josie. Yung mga mahilig sa mga magluluto dyan, this is an opportunity to learn kasi marami siyang ini-introduce na mga pagkain na gustong-gusto nating mga Pinoy. And maraming prizes din. Kasi pag mag-subscribe ka sa YouTube channel ni Love Josie, you will get some freebies as well. Yung mga mahilig palang magbasa, I'm inviting you to check out the 4 books. Smile Across the Miles by Net Javier, yung frontliners natin. at saka kay Teresa Binghay na Coming Down from the Lockdown, yung libro ko na 12 Habits of Highly Successful OFWs, Piso Master ni Lyndon Magsino. Mamaya, marinig nyo yung mga advices ni Lyndon. Now, back to Jazz. Jazz, magandang gabi ulit. Oh, ayan na.
Magandang gabi.
She's
Sorry
back.
na putol.
No problem.
Sorry.
So, continue ka lang dyan, Jazz.
Sorry po.
Continue. You can go
sige
on
po,
with your talk.
Okay, this will be the last step na actually is yung, like what I said, is keep your eye on the return on investment. Hindi ka pwedeng ma-overwhelm naman sa kakagastos just because you want to learn a lot on marketing, on the tools, in like on how to make your business good in online. So, you also have to make sure na parang may return on investment sa'yo, hindi pwedeng labas ng labas lang. Kahit in any business naman, hindi lang sa online. Kahit in a traditional business, you always have to keep on your ROI. Okay, so yung conclusion lang is, in this modern era, being online is very essential and to have the maximum customers. Hindi tayo pwede na mag-stick lang tayo sa kung ano nakasanayan natin. We have to go beyond that. And for you to have a very good business, you have to make a proper plan and goal. Hindi pwedeng, okay, ito lang yung gusto kong market, kasi ayoko ma-stress. No, dapat always have that, always have that, mataas dapat lagi yung tingin mo. Hindi pwedeng, hanggang dyan lang ang kaya ko. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Because that's the only way for you to be successful. And I think that's the end of the discussion of for today. So, yun po.
Ang daming magpapasalamat sa iyo niyan, Jazz, especially those Filipinos who would like to venture into online business, e-commerce. Jazz.
Kuya, pwede magpasalamat lang
sure.
Kasi hindi ko pala nag-greet kaninang umaga yung thank you pala kay Sir Rahul, yung manager ng clinic kung saan nag-work yung kuya ko sa Jupiter Clinics. Hi pala, and thank you for being good to my brother and to our family. Good. And watch out po, meron po pala kaming upcoming full-length film na isushow for Kikoman Films, so keep updated din po. And Kabayan Dubai courses are our enrollment is going on po. Good.
Ayan. Jazz, maraming salamat at ito lang ang una at hindi ito ang huli. We will be talking to you more often so that you can share insights on the e-commerce. Maraming salamat in behalf of Josie Conlo. Thank you for sharing with us your expertise in the e-commerce business. You are still watching Karunungan at Kaalaman sa Kaunlaran with Kabayan Rico ng Tatak Pinoy, Loud and Proud. At I'm sure na ready na kayo sa sunod natin na speaker. So we'd like to introduce him properly.
Our next mentor is a subject matter expert in business strategy, finance, investment, and global leadership, author of Piso Master, an influential book on investment and stock market, former advisor of central bank and international banks in the Middle East, completed the executive leadership program at Harvard, scholar for the Global Executive MBA at Holt International Business School based in Massachusetts, USA, recognized in 2020 by the Ilustrado magazine as one of the most influential Filipinos in the Gulf, the founder of the Philippine Business School, Mr. Lyndon Magsino.
Yes, the wait is finally over. Makasama na natin in a short while si Lyndon. Ayan na, grabe.
Hello, everybody.
Walang kakupas-kupas ang kagwapuhan. Oo.
Kumusta na kayo? I'm sure you had very exciting discussions since I think when we started this afternoon.
6 o'clock. Oh.
6 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you for
Pero marami na
inviting
nag-message
me.
na, sana yung mag-discuss ng stock investment para yayaman na kami.
Fortunately, I have been invited by our Philippine Consulate General. I just finished my talk on investment, and now I'm jumping to this room in Zoom or in StreamYard. But I'm willing to share some insights to you guys, and hopefully it will be an exciting discussion as well.
Okay, so umpisahan na natin. Here we go.
Okay, so before we start, I would like to share with you how I started my career and my investment journey. Basically, my educational background is I'm a CPA from the Philippines and the US, and I started my career in Deloitte, Philippines. Then I moved to KPMG, Qatar, and Bahrain, and then worked in some in banks and central banks. And then I moved to Deloitte, UAE, where I've been giving advisory and consulting services to global banks, even central banks and regional banks in the Middle East. So, and while I was looking at these companies, and I realized how these companies are making money by of course, through investment. And since 2014, I have started writing a book, and hopefully I was able to finish it in 5 years' time. So I published it in 2019, and the book is called Piso Master. The whole concept of Piso Master, which I have given the entire 17 years of experience in one book. And the whole concept of Piso Master is, rather than being the servant of the money, working for the money for 16 hours a day, 20 hours a day, you should be the master of your money to create more money. Okay? So there is a multiplication effect, and that's the concept I have introduced in the book, the so-called Piso Master. You need to be the master of your money by employing your money. Let the money work for you, that even if you are taking vacations in Boracay, in Europe, in the US, anywhere you want to take vacations, still the cash flows are coming in and flowing in. So that's the whole concept of Piso Master. And this is what I would like to share with you today. Now, I would like to touch maybe a little bit about stock market and understand what is a stock market. To simplify it, I don't know the level of knowledge of our audience right now, but the word market, when you say market, what does it mean? It means it is the place where you buy and sell something, right? Pumunta ka sa palengke, bumili ka ng 1 kilo of tomato, right? So this is the place where people are buying and selling. That's what we call market. But the moment you call it stock market, from the word stock market, this is the place where you buy and sell stocks, okay? And the stocks, when you say stocks, this is the representation or your evidence that you are one of the shareholders of the company. You are one of the co-owners of the company. So the moment you buy stocks of BDO or Jollibee or CPG or Metrobank, whatever companies you want to co-own, this is the evidence that you are the co-owners and you have all the rights as the shareholders of the company, including dividends. Okay. Now, there are two ways how you can make money from the stock market. First is through capital gains. Okay, and I will explain this in a short while. And second is through dividends. So when you say capital gains, for example, I bought Jollibee shares at, let's say, 130 pesos per share, and after a few days or few weeks, that share of 130 become, let's say, 150 pesos per share, or let's say 300 pesos per share. So the difference between the current value versus the value that I have invested, or original principal investment, the difference of that is what we call gain. Okay, so there are two types of gains. Okay, don't be confused. There are two types of gains. We have, especially in the stock market, we have the unrealized gains and realized gains. Unrealized, realized. So when you talk about unrealized, it means this is a paper gain or paper loss. Okay, it means you are not yet selling your stocks. But the moment you sell your stocks in the market, it means your unrealized gains will become realized. It is an actual loss already, or actual gain. Okay, that's the concept of unrealized gain or loss, or realized gain or loss. Now, again, I want you to understand what is the stock market. It's a place where you can buy and sell stocks. And the buyers and the sellers could be coming from Singapore, UAE, Australia, US. They are in different parts of the world and doing the trading, the buying and the selling of stocks. That's why we call it stock trading. Doing the buying and selling of stocks through online platform. So unlike kagaya nung unang panahon, parang sabungan. Okay, bili ako ng 10,000 shares of Jollibee, 10,000 shares of Ayala Land, and so on and so forth. Ngayon, you need to log into the online platform, and this is available if you open your trading account. Let's say we have around 30 stock brokers in the company, and most of them have the online trading platform. So the buyers and the sellers are meeting inside the trading platform where they are doing the trading, the buying and selling. Okay, and there is always the so-called tug of war. Okay, the tug of war is the negotiation between the buyers and the seller. Okay, now you need to understand what is the buyer's price. We call it bid price, and the seller's quoted price, we call it ask price. And when they meet, let's say for example, the buyer said, "I want to buy 10,000 of Jollibee shares at, let's say, 130." And the seller said, "No, I want to sell it at 140. So nothing happened. There's no meeting of price. It means yung quoted price ng buyer and quoted price ng seller hindi nag-meet. There's no transaction that actually happened. Okay? But when the buyer said, "Okay, mukhang ayaw ng nagbebenta ng 130. Itaas ko nga ng konti." So ginawa niya, sabi niya 135 yung kanyang bid price as a buyer. And then the seller said, "Okay, parang walang bumibili ng 140. Ibaba ko nga ng konti, baka masyadong mataas yung price ko." And then they meet at 135 per share. It means there is the so-called last traded price, or the so-called LTP. Last traded price, it means the seller's bid price, the buyer's bid price, and the seller's ask price meet, and there is a transaction that happened. So that's how it works in the stock market, and it happens through the online platform. Okay. Now you may ask, how long can I trade in a day? So the market is open from 9:30 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. So you have enough time to do your trades. But the most important thing is, before you go to the trading floor and do the actual buy and sell, you need to do your due diligence first. Okay. So what is the due diligence? And we have two types of analysis that you need to do. First is the fundamental analysis, where you look at the three aspects of the market. You look at the macroeconomics, you look at the industry, and you look at the company specifics. By analyzing the company's performance, looking at the financial statements of the company. Okay, so that's how it works. So you need to do your analysis first before you dive into the trading floor and do the buy and sell. A lot of we have some students in Philippine Business School who approached us and say, when I trade last year, I had this loss. And we are talking about hard-earned money, guys, hard-earned money, and their portfolio is in bloody red, a big chunk of loss. So I don't want you to experience that, and that is why I advocate the so-called you need to invest in learning first, okay? Because investing is very dangerous, okay? And I don't recommend investing to everyone. Investing is dangerous, okay, guys? I hope the message is coming across. Now, investing in simple analogy, investing is like driving in Sheikh Zayed Road. If you are in Dubai, you know Sheikh Zayed Road. It's a very complex road. All cars are are so fast and very complicated. Okay, very dangerous. That is the same way in investing. Investing is dangerous. If you're in the Philippines, investing is like driving in EDSA. Okay, guys? Investing is dangerous. Now, if you are investing without proper knowledge, without knowing how the risk works, without doing your due diligence, without analyzing the company, without knowing the nature of the business, without knowing, let's say, who are the board of directors, who is the CEO, who are the people managing my money to create the return on investment that I desire. So without doing that, investing is like driving in Sheikh Zayed Road with a blindfold. I want that to sink in a little bit. Driving with a blindfold, for sure, knock on wood, you might cause an accident. Okay? That is the same way in investing, guys. Investing without knowledge is like driving with a blindfold. Okay? And we are talking about hard-earned money here. Hard-earned money, pinaghirapan mo yan. So kung ikaw ay nag-apply sa isang kumpanya, hiningan ka ng CV, in-interview ka, and then sabi, okay, qualified ka. Sabi mo, sige, mag-start na ako. No, kailangan ka munang i-background check. And then after that, you pass all the requirements, sabi ng company, you need to work with us for the next 6 months under probation period. So imagine how the company is performing due diligence on just one job. Imagine that. So how much more with your hard-earned money, you need to really make sure you are giving this money to the right person, to the right company, you're investing it in the right place. Okay? So due diligence is something that you need to do before you invest. Okay? And we have two types of analysis. As I've said, we have the fundamental analysis where you are looking at 3 aspects: macroeconomics, industry, as well as the company specifics by looking at the financial statements. The second way of analyzing the stock market is by the so-called technical analysis. Okay? The technical analysis is something that you don't consider the balance sheet, you don't consider the income statement, you disregard the economy at all. But you just look at the charts, you look at the trends and the performance of the price, looking at the candlesticks, okay? Looking at how the momentum, the price, the volatility, and how the price is reversing and moving, whether it's a bullish trend or a bearish trend. So that's how you look at the stock market when you do the technical analysis. So from my personal investment and trading experience, I do both. I do fundamental analysis and I do technical analysis. Okay, so if you want to learn more, I'm not sure if we have enough time to go deeper into these topics, but if you want to learn more, you can check out Philippine Business School website, and they have a lot of good programs and master classes where you can learn stock market and investment as well. Now, let's go back to the topic where we talk about how can you earn money from the stock market. First is the capital gain, right? And I'm sure you know the capital gain. The capital gain is derived from the increase in value of the shares. If you bought it from 130, you sold at 150, your capital gain per share is 20. If you bought it, let's say, at 100 and you get it, you sold it at, let's say, 200, you gain at 100. So whatever is the difference between your original investment amount against the selling price, that is your capital gain. Okay, I hope that's coming out clear. The second way how you can make money is through the so-called dividends. Dividends. Now, dividend is coming from the operations of the company. For example, you bought, let's say, Jollibee shares. And you know the concept of Jollibee, right? You know the nature of the business. They are in the business of selling food, right? So if you are a shareholder of Jollibee, and you know the operations, they are in the food business, after 1 year, they will prepare their financial statements. And we have different sets of financial statements. We have the balance sheet, income statement, statement of cash flows, statement of changes in retained earnings or equity. We have the other comprehensive income and the notes to the financial statements. We have 6 elements. But I want you to understand that at least 2 elements of the financial statements, which is the income statement and the balance sheet. Now, when Jollibee finished the year, after doing the operations, buying of selling, let's say, Chicken Joy or spaghetti or whatever. So after 1 year, they will have net income. This net income in your income statement will be distributed to the shareholders in the form of dividends. So kung ikaw ay shareholder at bumili ka ng shares ng Jollibee, you will be eligible to receive these dividends. But there is a trick that you need to know. We have the so-called X date. So if you are buying after the X date, you will not be eligible with dividends. So I don't want to dwell so much on the details and the technicalities. But if you are a shareholder, you have the rights and you are eligible to the dividends. So that's how it works in the stock market, where you can have capital gains and you will have dividends. Okay, so I hope that's coming out clear. Now, the secret of wealthy people, I will tell you. I'll reveal the secrets to you. The secrets of wealthy people is they have the combination of the active income coming from the salary, coming from the employment, active income, let's say, from running the business. But on the side, they also have the so-called passive income. So it is very, very powerful to have the combination of 2 incomes, active income and passive income. The only reason, the reason why it is important for you to know this and to start building your passive income in a Piso Master way is because you cannot live by having one source of income alone. Even Warren Buffett is saying, never depend on one single source of income. Always create that second source. So if Warren Buffett understands this, if all the good investors are understanding this, if wealthy people are doing this, what is harm in doing these things as well? What is wrong in doing this? We should try these things. So the whole concept of Piso Master is combining your active income with a lot of passive income. And maybe you will be asking, why do I need to have passive income? The reason for that is you have multiple outflows, kapatid. Okay? You have multiple outflows. Tatawag yung nanay mo, o anak, kailangan mo magpadala ng 10,000 dirhams. Nilipad ng bagyo ang bubong natin. Or kaya yung anak mo, tay, kailangan ng mag-tuition fee sa school. O nay, or ate, kailangan ko ng ganito. Ang dami mong mga obligations back home. And I don't suggest that you stop supporting your family. I'm not suggesting that you need to cut all your obligations back home. But what I'm just suggesting is continue to give and perform your obligations in a very, very smart way by increasing your inflows, your cash inflows, so that you can sustain and you have sufficient money and funds to cover up all those outflows. Are you getting me, guys? So that's how it works in Piso Master, and this is the secret of most wealthy people. Okay? This is the secret of wealthy people. By combining active income and passive income and investing in different vehicles, including stock market. Okay? Now, I would like to discuss with you. A lot of people they think that they are investing. Okay, especially mga kababayan natin. Oh, bumili ako ng ganitong investment. Bumili ako ng nag-invest ako sa ganun. If you don't fall into these three categories of investment, then you cannot call it an investment. Okay? So the definition of investment is it must be income generating asset. You acquire an income generating asset. Okay, that's number one. So for example, for the ladies, I'm sorry to the ladies, if you say, "Oh, I bought a Louis Vuitton bag, and this is an
I think we have a problem with our signal tonight here. Can you still hear me, bro? I think we have a problem. You're watching KKK at kasama pa natin si Brother Lyndon Magsino, yung pinag-usapan niya kanina about stock investment. We'll get back to him. Meantime, we'd like to inform you that we are distributing a copy of my book, The 12 Habits of Highly Successful OFWs. Now, for you to get a copy, you have to follow the Tatak Pinoy Loud and Proud Facebook page and make a comment. Just give me your email address and I will send you a copy of the book, The 12 Habits of Highly Successful OFWs. And I am inviting you to grab a copy of the book of Teresa Binghai, The Coming Down from the Lockdown, now available here in Dubai. For orders, you can call her at 050-507-1183 or just email her, teresa.binghai@gmail.com. At saka, ito ang bago ngayon. Josie Conlu's YouTube channel, Love Josie. Kung gusto niyo matuto kung paano lulutuin yung mga favorite ng husbands niyo or your family niyo, meron tayong YouTube channel ni Josie. Yung tinatawag na Love Josie. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. Now, we are back with Lyndon Magsino to continue his discussion on stock investment. Ayan na.
Okay.
Bro, welcome back.
Okay, I apologize. Maybe there are some technical issues on the internet. But going back to my definition earlier on investment, you need to have at least income generating asset. That's the number one. Number two is you need to this asset must be appreciating in value. And third is there is a proportionate level between the risk and the return. So three elements or three definitions of investment. So if some of you are saying, I bought a Louis Vuitton bag and this is my investment, sorry kapatid, it is not. If it is not generating income, it is not an investment. If it is not appreciating in value, it is not an investment. If there is no return proportionate to the risk, it is not an investment. Okay? And now, some people are saying, I invested in something, but you might be confused or somehow misled by understanding that you are investing, but rather you are just speculating. Okay? Speculation is a very dangerous, it's a very dangerous kind of, it's very close to gambling. It's a blind investing, as a matter of fact. Now, speculating is very common, especially those who are mga very aggressive kind of people. They are just looking at the, let's say, 30% return per month. And we have this kind of scenarios in the Philippines where certain groups from the Philippines are saying, we have a 30% return every month. It's too good to be true. Definitely, it's not true. Okay, so you need to understand whether you are investing or whether you are speculating. Okay, the way you can analyze that is by understanding your risk tolerance level, your risk appetite. Okay, how much risk you can absorb to gain or to achieve your desired return. That is your risk appetite. Now, bro, I still have some more time. Can I continue?
Don't worry. Take your time. Don't worry.
Okay. Now, if you wanna deal in the stock market, you cannot just go, let's say, to Jollibee store and say, Mr. Jollibee, I wanna buy shares of Jollibee. No, okay. You cannot just go to Jollibee and order Chicken Joy plus shares. The only way you can deal with the stock market is you need to go to the stock exchange. Okay, you go to the stock exchange. That is the company, okay, or the regulator managing all the releases of stocks. And for you to avail this kind of shares or get the shares, you need to have a broker. You need to have the so-called stock broker, and we have so many in the Philippines. In the Piso Master book, it's actually in I think appendix number 3. In appendix number 3 of Piso Master book, you can see all the list of all the stock brokers in the Philippines, and when you choose your broker, let's say First Metrosec, Call Financials, Nomura or BPI Trade, and there are so many. You need to look at how much is the commission for every buy and sell. So what is this commission? For every buy and sell of the stock, the broker will charge you a commission, and there is certain transaction fees that you need to pay to the stock market, to the Philippine Stock Exchange, and this is something that you need to consider, okay? Because some brokers are charging a quite high kind of commissions. So you need to balance, especially if you are looking for very simplified kind of online platform, very straightforward. Then you can just pay 0.25% of the commission. But if you are dealing with a very sophisticated kind of platform, then you will have technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and all the news, the charts that you need in your analysis. Everything is there in your online trading platform. Then it's okay to pay certain commissions or higher commission. So that's one considerations that you need to make. And before I end the discussion, I would like to give you at least 5 principles of investing that I personally do in my investment journey. 5 principles of investing. Number 1 is, and you can write it down, okay? Number 1, invest in learning. Okay, as I've said earlier, investing is dangerous and it's like driving in Sheikh Zayed Road. But investing without full knowledge is like driving with a blindfold. Very dangerous. And the quote that I can share with you is, pour all your nickels and coins from your pockets into your mind, and sooner or later, your mind will pour golds into your pockets. You see? So the process of converting your nickels and coins to become a gold is just investing in your mind. So investing in learning is number 1 principle that I suggest. And that is why even Warren Buffett is not investing in technology, no matter how lucrative it is, only simply because he doesn't understand technology, right? So investing in learning can give you the best return. Invest in learning first. Okay, so that's number 1 principle. Number 2 is you gain at the time you buy, not at the time you sell. Sounds oxymoron, right? You gain at the time you buy, not at the time you sell. So how can it happen? How does it works? It works by identifying all the undervalued assets or stocks, identifying undervalued assets, and that's what you buy. Okay, I'll give you one simple illustration. One billionaire in the Philippines is buying land and hectares of land in the Philippines right after the typhoon, where he can see yung mga binabahang lugar, yung mga highly flooded areas, binibili niya yun. Why? Because at that point in time, those lands are actually undervalued. Sasabihin ng may-ari, bahain naman yung lugar na yan. Sige, ibenta mo na yan kahit magkano, undervalued, right? So, same thing in the stock market. You need to know there's a formula on how you can determine the intrinsic value of the share price so that you can say or you can tell whether this share price is undervalued or not, and hence that's the time to buy. Now, in the last 4 or 5 months during the pandemic, that was the best time to buy. Okay? That was the best time to buy in the stock market. Because why? Because all those stocks or most of the companies are undervalued. Okay? So that's the number 2 principle. You gain at the time you buy, not at the time you sell. Okay? Because there is a very uncertain situation na kapag binenta mo na, maaring desperate kang ibenta. So sabihin mo, sige, ibenta kahit magkano kasi kailangan ko ng pera. So make sure you are taking advantage of your negotiating power because you hold the cash. Okay? You hold the cash, you have the negotiating power. Especially when you are bidding and negotiating with the seller at the time you buy, because you have cash, they can give it to you. Okay? Principle number 3, okay, is buy and wait for the right time to sell. What do I mean by that? The keyword here is wait. There is a time element in the investment that you cannot eliminate. The time element is the critical factor in investing. And you cannot say, I will invest in that, I will invest in this, and after 1 month, I will become a millionaire. No way. It doesn't work that way. Okay? The way it works is there is a time element, and even the banks, when they lend money to you, the interest income, the bonds, the coupon rates, it talks about the time. Okay? And even the formula is saying principal times interest rate times, let's say, 180 days over 360 days. That 180 days over 360 days is the factor of time. And you cannot apply the so-called quick rich approach. I'm sure you heard this. Quick rich approach, and you think you can become a millionaire or billionaire overnight. It doesn't work that way. So buy and wait for the right time to sell. Okay? There is a time element, and the key word here is wait. Patience more is the key. Okay? I will repeat. Patience more is the key. PM is the key. Patience more. Number 4 principle. Investment is a long-term commitment, not a one-off transaction. Okay? Investment is a long-term commitment, not a one-off transaction. So when you invest in the stock market, you need to follow and closely monitor your portfolio and closely monitor your investment. Because there might be certain decline in the risk or in the return or in the overall performance of the company. And if you don't monitor them, then kasama kang bumagsak ng kumpanya. Okay? So you need to know your exit strategy, know when you can sell those stocks. Okay? So it's a long-term commitment and it's not a one-off transaction. So you need to follow and monitor your investment. And number 5 principle, the last one I would like to talk about, is you need to perform due diligence first. We are talking about hard-earned money. Okay? Hard-earned money. So due diligence is a key element of your investing journey. And whenever you speculate, okay, speculating is is similar to blind investing. As I've said earlier, without knowledge, it's like driving in Sheikh Zayed Road with a blindfold. Speculating is even worse because you don't know what could happen, right? You are just hoping and praying that I hope the Bitcoin will go up tomorrow. The price of Bitcoin will go up tomorrow. And I have one good example. I met one lady, and she said, you know, I'm into cryptocurrency, and I'm investing in Bitcoin. And I asked her, by the way, what is cryptocurrency? And she said, you know, cryptocurrency is, you know, she can't even understand. She doesn't understand what is cryptocurrency. So how can you analyze, how can you perform due diligence if you don't know how it works, right? So even, for example, gold is a very lucrative kind of investment. I don't deal with gold. I don't invest in gold simply because I don't understand how it works. I don't know how will I make money, right? So the same thing in the stock market. So you need to understand stock market before you dive into the market, and maybe it will help if you open some dummy online trading platform where you have like fake money or dummy account, and practice there because it's linked to the actual stock market prices. So you can practice there, and you can download, let's say, Bloomberg. You can download bestbrokers.com. These are all free apps in your phone. Start start at a small scale. If you are investing, do not invest your millions right away if you are starting up. So start in, let's say, 50,000 or 100,000 pesos. Start small, okay? And then because when you start small, there will be a lot of learning curve, okay? You will learn a lot of things, and you will get familiar with the market, how it moves. You will know, let's say, candlesticks, the MACD, the RSI, and all those kind of technical analysis that's very important for you. So while you are learning, then you need to expose yourself in a very low risk. So my recommendation is start small. Don't just dive into the stock market without understanding how it works. And I would like to take this opportunity to, maybe this will help you as well if you are really interested in investment, in how you can make your your financial freedom, how to become financially free by investing, or if you want to master stock market. I personally recommend this book, Piso Master. This is the book that I have published last year, and this is available online. Just check it out, pisomaster.com. You can have the colored printed of the book. And also you can have these are all the trading platforms. You can understand how to interpret and understand the graphs. This is available in printed copy or ebook. Just go and visit the website called pisomaster.com, and you will learn a lot of things from the website for free. And if you really want to master stock market, I would like to invite you. We have a lot of courses at the Philippine Business School on stock market and investment, and grab this opportunity. This is a lifetime kind of skills that you can develop for yourself, not only for you, but also for your family. So I would like to invite you, join me in this journey. Let's employ our money through investment to create more money. Okay, so that's the whole concept of Piso Master. So grab this book, Piso Master, check it out in Google, or I'm also active in Facebook, Lyndon Magsino. You can follow all my posts about stock market, about what's happening in the economy, and also about investment. Everything about money is something that I'm very passionate about. And let's be connected in Facebook or in social media. I'm active. Just check my account, Lyndon Magsino, and let's be connected. Perhaps even after this session, I can give more guidance to you, and I can perhaps help you and guide you in terms of how you can start your stock market journey and your investing journey. So feel free to approach me anytime. If we have maybe wherever you are, maybe we can go for a coffee after this quarantine and lockdown period. We can go for lunch or a coffee and discuss investments and you know, your take on your experiences on your investment journey. So I hope I have imparted some knowledge to you guys, and looking forward to meet you in person, face to face, if we have some time in the future. Bro, I hope.
Thank you for joining us tonight and for providing us an informative learning session, and they will appreciate it very much. Now,
Thank you.
You talk about stock investment courses that the Philippine Business School is offering. What are the other courses that you are offering?
We have entrepreneurship business courses. We have for essential skills. We used to call it soft skills, but these are essential skills nowadays, and we have that kind of programs and courses wherever you are, anywhere in the globe. It's available online. We have a virtual classroom in Philippine Business School. You can register online as well. Smooth kind of process, and I will be having a webinar, a 3-day masterclass on August with hundreds of CPAs and finance professionals in Saudi. So if you are in Saudi, or you can join us, it's live in Zoom. So anywhere you are, even if you are in the Philippines or in other GCC countries or anywhere, you can join us in this masterclass. We call it Masterclass in Stock Market and Investment. It's a 3-day masterclass, 3 whole Fridays. Check it out in Philippine Business School website, and you can join us. Register now. I think we still have some promotion there. The original price of this is 1,000 dirhams, so equivalent to around 14,000 pesos. But this time we are just charging only 200 dirhams, 200. So about 80% discount to everyone, because we know the situation right now on the pandemic. Okay, but it's a very good learning. 3 Fridays, compact kind of discussions. It's a masterclass. Join us. Go to the www.phbusinessschool.com and search for Masterclass in Stock Market and Investment. And I hope makita-kita tayo doon. Bro, I don't think we cannot hear you. May technical issue yata yung internet.
Conlo, sa mga nanonood po, maraming salamat for joining us. At we will again provide you more learning session next week on a Friday.